of your teams. The heart of the Sunshine State. Valley Sports Sun and Valley Sports Florida. The heart of the fan.
Rays Baseball on Valley Sports is presented by Baycare. This afternoon, on a gorgeous day in Baltimore, the Rays and the Orioles will wrap up their three-game series. The Rays holding a three-game lead over Boston in the American League East, with New York running third, 5.5 back. Well, hi again, everyone. Welcome to an afternoon of Rays baseball with Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats. Great to have you aboard. Well, the Rays bats continue to be red hot. They have dominated the season series with Baltimore this year, and that has continued this stop for the Rays at Camden Yards.
Listen, you name a facet of the game, and the Rays are taking it to the Orioles, which is what you have to do in a tightly contested division like the American League East. Beat the teams that you're supposed to beat, especially when you play them 19 times. Well, 11 games in, and they're doing just that. Look at the runs per game, out-homering. It's been a pretty simple formula, too. They beat up on the Orioles starters, get them out of the game, and then once they get into the bullpen, they really do their work. On the other side, I'll tell you, the Orioles have given the Rays some problems with their starters, but the Rays bullpen has been outstanding. And when they get into Camden Yards, it has been an absolute massacre. 10.8 runs a game. This Baltimore Oriole team has given up double-digit runs in its last 4 games, and the Rays obviously a big part of that. 16 home runs, big average. They've been clutch. I'll tell you, they have been getting it done and want to end, obviously, on a high note here this afternoon.
Well, the Rays, a 10-6 winner on Friday, 12-3 last night. The Rays go for the sweep this afternoon. The Rays offense is on fuego in Baltimore, pounding out 28 hits and scoring 22 runs in the first 2 games of the series. Today, right-hander Michael Wacha goes to the hill as Tampa Bay goes for the series sweep. Rays come in 67 and 44 on the year. And they have dominated the season series with the Baltimore Orioles. Quick look at the starting lineup brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Brandon Loud, Ji-Man Choi, and Nelson Cruz, the top 3, followed by Austin Meadows, Wander Franco, and Joey Wendell, with Manuel Margot, Brett Phillips, and Francisco Mejia rounding out the lineup. All set to play ball. First pitch, and a swing and a foul ball down the left side out of play. Jorge Lopez on the hill for the Orioles.
Well, our starting pitchers are presented by Baycare. As you look at his season numbers, probably his best start of the season was his last start. That was against the Yankees. He went 6 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 earned run, but even so, still walked 5 guys. And as you look at those season numbers, you can see that that has been an issue for him.
Fastball down and in. 1-1. Well, the Rays with this record 67 and 44 have the best winning percentage in the American League. 2-1. And a cut and a miss. That second to last pitch had been called a strike, and so that pitch biting down and in, missed by Lau. He's out on strikes.
Well, let's take a look at that Oriole defense. In the outfield left to right, we've got Austin Hayes, Cedric Mullins, and Anthony Santander. Across the infield third to first, Miguel Franco, Richie Martin, Jorge Mateo, and Trey Mancini. Back behind the plate will be Austin Wins.
And now Ji-Man Choi. Choi at 241, 8 homers and 31 runs batted in. Takes the fastball the other way, and that's fouled out of play. That fastball in there at 95. When you look at the numbers on Lopez, his stuff, the velocity, 95 inside, and somehow it does not translate to his season's numbers across the board on his record.
You know, the walk rate tells you an awful lot. And so when you're looking at the, you know, he's walking, what is it, 4.24 per 9. You know, he's got 48 walks in 102 innings. That tells you he doesn't have a lot of command. And so not only are you walking guys, but you're also missing a lot of pitches out over the plate. These guys can handle velocity. There's not a lot of deception to what he does. So even with the good stuff and the good velocity numbers, he gets hit hard.
3-1, and that's a fastball low. Missed twice with the fastball, and once tried to backdoor the breaking ball and winds up walking Ji-Man Choi.
And you can see right there the average fastball at 95.2. He uses it an awful lot, and you know, has already walked his first of the game. And you know, we were talking about the hard contact. Just look at his BABIP, you know, batting average on balls in play, and that average is going to be 298, 297 in that range. He's at 343, and what that tells you is guys are getting really solid contact, and that's just because he's not able to command his stuff, and there's too many hittable pitches out over the plate.
Speaking of solid contact, Nelson Cruz up there, and he takes a strike. Well, Friday 2 for 6 with a homer. Saturday 2 for 5 with a home run. 7 runs batted in combined. And the fastball in, and that gets by him. 0-2.
So far, so good with Lopez on this sequence. That slider down and away was in a really good spot. That fastball up and in was a really good spot. Can he consistently do that? That's the question.
And he picks up the outside corner there and picks up a 3-pitch strikeout of Cruz.
Think about the juxtaposition of the Choi at bat, can't find the zone even with the fastball, to this one here. I mean, 3 perfect pitches. 2 sliders in the same spot, sandwiched around a fastball up and in. You can't do it much better than Lopez did right there.
And as we saw in his pitch breakdown, that slider is not overly used at all by him, but a pretty good one right there to get strike 3.
And remember, that's what the pitch that he struck Brandon Lau out with. So maybe that's a pitch he's got a good feel for early on. We may see more of it.
Now Meadows shoots one up the right side, foul. So a couple strikeouts sandwiched around a walk. And a strike on Meadows. In 96 off the plate. Sunny day in Baltimore. 83 degrees. And a light breeze blowing in from right at 3 to 5 miles per hour. One ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball, foul that time. Well, the Rays averaging not quite 8 runs a game in the season series, 7.7 against Baltimore pitching, 5-0 in Baltimore and 10-1 overall. It's low. Change up down, 2-2. Brandon Hyde, the manager of the Baltimore Ball Club in his 3rd season. Did he go on the appeal down to third? And the count will go all the way to 3-2.
I love when they're making the appeal and the hitter is paying no attention. As soon as they're asking down there, Austin's like, yeah, whatever. I mean, do what you got to do. Other hitters will pretend that they're asking too. Like, I'm so sure. Yeah, tell them.
And that is a strike at the knees. 96. Lopez strikes out the side. No score. On to the bottom of the first, the Rays in Baltimore. Take a quick look at the lineup for the Orioles, brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Cedric Mullins leads off, followed by Austin Hayes, Trey Mancini. Anthony Santander hits cleanup in front of Maikel Franco. DJ Stewart got to start in the number 6 spot in front of Jorge Mateo. Richie Martin hits 8th, and Austin wins the catcher 9th.
Starting pitchers are presented by Baycare for the Tampa Bay Rays. This afternoon will be Michael Wacha, the right-hander, making his 15th start on the season. The record of 2-3, ERA 5.26 and 75 and a third innings.
And the first pitch to Mullins. He pulls it down the right side, right down that line, and this one is gone. A fair ball on the first pitch, and Mullins hits his 20th home run of the year. So 20 home runs for Mullins. He has 21 stolen bases. And he jumps on the first pitch he sees from Michael Wacha.
Here it is, four-seam fastball. You see the grip down and in. That's a dangerous spot to a left-handed hitter. And you see why. They just drop the barrel. And get that ball right down the line. Quick start for the O's.
What a year Mullins continues to have. Now here's Austin Hayes lifting a fly ball into center. Brent Phillips is there to make the catch.
Let's take a look at the Rays defense in the outfield left to right. We've got Meadows, Phillips, and Margot, and across that infield third to first, Wendell, Franco, Lau, and Choi. Francisco Mejia will handle the catching duties. Tell you, Dwayne, you look at Michael Wacha's season. That home run by Cedric Mullins as he carries the championship belt down in the dugout, and another first pitch swing. Wacha has given up now 6 home runs on the season on the first pitch of an at-bat. So these guys are going up there looking to hit, looking for a get-me-over type of strike, and they're taking advantage of it.
Pitch is down, 1-1. Well, the first home run he's given up since he pitched against the Orioles on the 21st of July, and he gave up 2 home runs on first pitches in that game. Pat Valaika got him, and Ryan Mountcastle.
Moment of silence for Cobra Kai.
No longer a member of the Baltimore Orioles. And 2-2 to Mancini.
Okay, I'm back.
That ball just a little low, popping out of the mid of Mejia.
We had a chance too.
Yeah, tough to get a call there.
Yeah, it's a borderline pitch as it is, but then when it's not received, that ball hit basically the heel of the glove and just dropped straight down.
Two hit on the ground to third, into the glove of Wendell. His throw is to the foul side of the bag, and Mancini is aboard. Well, a bit of an inauspicious start for the Rays here. in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, and you know, it's interesting. Joey Wendle, some of the plays that he's made recently that have not gone well, most of the time haven't, have involved the throw. It's not getting to the ball, not fielding it cleanly. It's the throw, and especially on the run, he has not been able to find a good rhythm in making a strong throw on the run now for a while.
So he's charged with his 8th error of the year.
I'd love to know how many of those are on the throw as opposed to just an error.
This one the other way by Santander into left. Mancini's digging for third. He's going to be out there. Wendle putting the tag on him. So Mancini aggressively trying to go to third, runs into the out.
Boy, that little shot by Santander, first he didn't know where it was. Watch him, he just kind of, where's that ball? It drops in, and that's why Mancini is going to challenge Meadows, because that ball really didn't get to him, and the throw, Meadows led Mancini perfectly and laid that throw right onto his leg. Joey Wendle able to catch, didn't even really need to tag, just catch it. The ball was there.
So the Rays get something of a break to record the second out of the inning. Now Maikel Franco. Did he go? 1 ball, no strikes. Home run by Mullins. 2 outs now with Santander at first. Two and 0. Two balls and a strike. Popped up, foul. Choi will run out of room. It's now 2-2. Walk a touch for the homer on the first pitch. Mullins' 20th home run. And that pitch riding in on him as he starts to go after it, checks his swing, and it's fouled. Michael in double figures with 11 home runs. Shoots it into right. There's a base hit off a fastball. Santander up to second. Well, the Orioles have come out swinging.
Maikel Franco, fastball just out over the plate. He's on top of the plate anyway, and so he gets enough of it, pushes it by Lau. And you're right, these Oriole hitters have come out swinging early and often. Rays really fortunate right now. They've given up just the run. So if Michael Wacha can find a way to get this third out, you'd be thrilled.
Yeah, if he could get out of this, it would be a victory. The Orioles, you think, would have to feel disappointed with what they put up in the first so far, and they have just a home run from Mullins.
They've been busy, but outside of the first pitch of the inning. Pitch number 1, Mullins hit it out. That's been it, although it feels like Baltimore's got a lot going on.
Well, for the first 5 minute weeks, they have only 1 run, 2 on, 2 out. 95 is up, 1-1. So you're right. If Wacha could get out of this inning, this is a major victory. And it's lifted into left. Here comes Meadows to make the catch. And out of all that, only 1 run scores, 1-0 Baltimore. Florida Lottery jackpot stat as we take a look at the Rays on the road with a road record of 32-22, leading the American League in that department, going for another sweep of this series, averaging 5.6 runs a game, and they've hit 78 home runs on the road. Rays 4th in the American League in home runs.
Don't they always say pitching and defense travel? Well, apparently so does offense for the Rays. I'll tell you, that is so encouraging for this team. It doesn't get lost on them either. You know, they've got confidence in the gray uniforms. We still can play a very good brand of baseball.
1-1, and that pitch is fouled. 1-2.
Well, Dwayne, let's take a look at a scouting report on Wander Franco, brought to you by Papa John's. Figuring it out. You know, you think about Wander Franco, you know, some struggles early on, but over his last 14 games, he's hitting .316, .361 on the on base.
And hustling down that line.
Like that, too.
Even
like that,
on that ground ball.
Yep. A routine ground ball, and given all that effort, impressive by Franco. And just to finish up his scouting report, part 2 was I'll take 2. And if you look at the last 14 games, and 6 of them, they've been multi-hit efforts. That's the other thing that we've seen, him starting to swing the bat a little bit better from the left side.
Here's Joey Wendle. Wendle hitting .280. He's after the first pitch fastball, fouling it back. Wendle, a 3-hit night last night. He was on 4 times and scored 4 times. Shoots it the other way into left. So he's on again. This time, his first at bat of this game.
It's a really nice job of handling the bat. That changeup, Lopez turns it over, down and away. He wants Wendle to try to pull that pitch. And Joey says, nope, I'm going to stay inside of it. I'm going to go the other way. Very good at doing just that.
Manuel Margot. He looks at 95, out over the plate, strike 1. Margot, a 3-hit night last night. Flip over to first, Wendle back in. 28-year-old right-hander making his 5th appearance and his 4th start against the Rays. On the ground to third, Franco to Mateo and over to first. Around the horn they go on the double play ball, and the Rays are out in the top of the second, 1-0 Baltimore. Ball on Valley Sports, brought to you by Baycare, humanity at work, and by your local Ford dealers. .83 degrees in Baltimore, light breeze in the ballpark. Baltimore with a run in the first. They'll have Jorge Mateo to lead off the bottom of inning 2. 1-0. Well, Mateo at second base with great speed, as we have seen. Here's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Boy, at one point with the New York Yankees organization, he was their top prospect not that long ago in the minor leagues. Pitch runs in and clips him on the hand. So he will be at first with all that speed. Leadoff man aboard in the second inning.
This fastball running up and in. Let's see. No, if it got him, it didn't get much. A graze. Little overacting right there by Mateo. Trying to sell it.
Yep. Well, apparently he did.
G-Man just said, yeah, you didn't get hit. Yeah, no, right here.
Now here's Martin. And a move to first. Mateo's been with the Yankee organization, with the A's, with San Diego. Now the runner at first. And he's on the run and has it easily. So Mateo, not wasting any time, utilizing his speed, steals second base.
Well, off the righty, really good jump on the leg kick and just a straight line. Mejia had no chance trying to rush that throw, and so you better keep an eye on him out there at second base too, because these guys, they start to get a lot of confidence in their ability to swipe a bag, and sometimes third can be easier.
It's outside, 2-0.
When you swipe a bag as easy as Mateo did right there, you start to think you're invincible.
So a home run to lead off the first by Mullins. Hit batter to lead off the second. Mateo has stolen second base, now in scoring position. And a 3-0 count to Martin. Richie Martin is back active. He'd been on the 60-day IL with a fractured left wrist. Fastball upper part of the zone there, 3-1. Chop right side, that's going to bounce through. Mateo's going to head to the plate. The throw will not be in time. And Martin with a bouncer to the right side of the infield drives in the run to make it 2-0.
Baltimore continuing to try and create and going the other way with that pitch right there, and had room to work with. As you see, Brandon Lowe was kind of shaded up the middle. And then Mateo scoring ahead of that throw. Baltimore, the first time through the order, putting some pretty good at-bats on Michael Wacha.
6 of the first 8 hitters have reached base one way or another. Austin Wins, the catcher, now the hitter.
I think right there, Ji-Man Choi asking into the Rays dugout to see if they maybe were able to get Martin. They got him leaning, that's for sure. Got back in.
Well, wins a couple of home runs, 8 runs batted in, snapped an 0 for 14 streak. The pitch is high, 1 ball, no strikes. Wins came into the game late last night, picked up a double in the 9th to snap the hitless streak. Runner goes, pitch, line down the left side, past Wendell. To the line goes Meadows to make the pickup. Martin goes to third. They will hold Wins to a single. Now first and third with nobody out.
Well, it's not like the Orioles are tearing the cover off the baseball, but they're putting good swings and they're getting these balls to fall. That ball got in a little bit on Wins, didn't hit it overly hard, but Martin is off and running, able to pop up, by the way, after that slide. That's pretty athletic. Getting over to third base. And I'll tell you, we just talked about first time through the lineup, these Oriole hitters have put some really good swings on Michael Wacha so far, have a really good game plan, and as Kyle Snyder's out there trying to figure out how to slow this little surge down by the Orioles, Dwayne, I think it's time to go to Bayfront, get a word from them.
At Bayfront Health St. Petersburg, we know what it means to be here for our community. When you need care you can trust, choose Bayfront Health St. Petersburg, the official healthcare partners of the Tampa Bay Rays.
We need Bayfront to give us and calm us down.
That's right here. That's right. And Wacha hoping for better things the second time through. Mullins hit the first pitch he threw down the right field line for a home run. The 20th of the year. Mullins, by the way, is now 5 of 7 in his career against Michael Wacha. The breaking ball misses inside. 1-0. 16-game hitting streak for Mullins. One. And away. Well, that hitting streak, the longest of his career and the longest currently going in the major leagues right now. And he shoots this one down to Lau on the low liner, and he gets the double play. How about that? Mullins, a low liner grab by Lau, who had him positioned perfectly, and they double Wins off.
Yeah, and I think Wins is just assuming that this ball's going to get down. Change up down. Mullins gets it just enough airborne right there. You see Wins let it go by, and he's heading to second base. Unfortunately for him, that's right into the glove of Brandon Lau, and an easy double play for the Rays. And now another opportunity to get out of this second inning, giving up just 1 run when things were looking a whole lot worse.
Austin Hayes, the pitch is down. When you think 7 of the first 9 men reach base, and Mullins hit the ball as hard as he hit that one, and so far you've given up only 1 run and a chance to get out of the second and limiting the damage to 1 run. Well, it's going to be 2 now. Hayes singles, and that will score Martin. And now it's a 3-0 ball game.
Well, it's got to be frustrating, too, because Wacha is trying everything. He's moving the fastball around the zone. We saw him drop in the curveball. Here comes the cutter. That ball down middle, and Hayes get him stay right on that pitch, go right down and drive it through the middle of the field. He's given him a little bit of everything, and these Oriole hitters have continually had the answer.
Breaking ball in for a strike to Mancini. So a run in the first. Wacha had a chance to limit the damage in the second to just 1 run, but the base hit by Hayes puts up the second run of the inning. It's a 3-0 ball game now for Hayes, his 40th run batted in. A 2-strike count. This inning started on the hit batter. Up the right side, foul into the stands. Well, the Orioles have averaged a little over 4 runs a game, 13th in the American League in the offense department, 4.15 runs per game, 23rd overall in the major leagues. We have 3 right now. He's back in at first. Way upstairs with 95. This one is down. The runner on his way to second. And Hayes picks up his 3rd stolen base of the year.
You know, and it looked there like Francisco Mejia got caught flat-footed while not even being on his feet. Like Austin Hayes taking off right there, caught him by surprise. There's the jump. And Mejia, you see a lot of guys when they're throwing from their knees, they're going to lean into the throw, and Mejia kind of almost throwing that going away.
Well, Brandon Hyde's got a little conversation going now with Jim Reynolds, and we'll see if we can decipher this.
This is that throw we're talking about. See, he didn't even really get into it, just kind of flipped it down there. And
you know, we saw Hayes go back to first.
Someone called time?
I'm wondering if there was timeout somewhere.
And there's Mejia just kind of just flipping that ball down there. It didn't look like he was real into the play. And that could be the only thing.
So they send Hayes back to first. And a cut and a miss. Mancini's out on strikes. And we go to the 3rd through 2, 3-0 Baltimore. Well, the Rays will face the Orioles at Tropicana Field in a 4-game divisional series beginning Monday, August 16th. The series ends with a 1:10 p.m. matinee Thursday, the 19th of August. Get your tickets at RaysBaseball.com. Brett Phillips takes the pitch outside. Strike on the outside part of the plate. 1-1 here to Phillips. 1. That's a strike. It's 2-2. Count is full. Full count here to Brett Phillips. Strike call, fastball 96, and Phillips caught looking. Well, that's 4 strikeouts of the first 8 men faced by Lopez.
You know, and that fastball right there, the two-seamer front door. You start it in, and you see Phillips, he's going to give up on it, thinking that ball's going to end up off the plate, and it runs right back to the inner part, and he gets the call. We've seen that a couple of times out of Lopez. Good stuff here.
Look at that breaking ball in there for a strike.
It's been sharp. You know, that curveball right there, sharp. The fastball has had good life and good movement to it. The slider we saw with Nelson Cruz, a couple of those, been very good pitches.
And I'll tell you, he is pitching with a great pace. You know, his rhythm is just, I mean, it's established first and foremost by Lopez himself. So he's doing what he wants to do right now.
And what that tells you is he feels really good about what he's doing. So I want to continue like this, right? He's annoyed right now at Mejia having to walk all the way back to the dugout and take his good old time getting another bat.
Well, Mejia down 2 strikes in the count. Might be a good move. Take a little time between pitches here. He swings and hits a high fly ball back into right. Santander's going to go to the corner, leap, and that ball's off the top of his glove and off the wall. Already around second, on his way to third, Mejia, and he has himself 3 bases. The Rays pick up their second hit, and the first time to put a man at third here with 1 out in the third.
Well, and Santander had a chance to make this play. He got himself back there, the leap, and that glove, the ball, and the wall all coming together at once. And then once it gets away and starts to roll back towards the infield, Mejia picks it up, and he's going to get over to third. That's important with just the 1 out.
Brandon Lowe.
A big difference. Runner at third, less than 2. You want to start to come back in this type of game. These are the runs that you have to plate.
So a big chance for the Rays here to get their first run. Fastball fouled away. Lowe came into the game 4 of 6 against Lopez. Struck out on a breaking ball to begin the game. Up and away, 96. It's 2-1. On the ground and through the right side into right for a base hit. Mejia will score. Lowe comes through, and the Rays are on the board. 3-1 the score. 61st run batted in for Brandon Lowe.
Got the curveball, and he just found an open hole. Rolling it through the middle of the field.
Now Choi shoots one into right field. That's going to be caught. And a throw back to first. Lau back in time before Santander's throw got there. So that brings up Nelson Cruz with 2 outs and a man at first. Our Indeed player resume. And Nelson Cruz against this Baltimore club through the years, a .347 average. Spent 1 year in a Baltimore uniform, but otherwise he spent his career punishing Baltimore pitching.
All of that over 77 games. Those are big numbers.
So the Rays on the board. Fastball running in and he fouls it. Well, he has been in home run mode in the first 2 games of this series. 3-run homer in the game Friday. Connected for a 2-run shot last night in a 12-3 victory. Fastball runs in. Rays won 10-6 on Friday, 12-3 last night, averaging a little under 8 runs a game in the season series against Baltimore. Runner goes, pitches a strike, and the throw will not be in time. Lau in there head first, picking up steal number 5.
You know, and Lopez, opposing base stealers, only 1 out of 3 against him. That was not a very big lead at all by Brandon Lau. And this is the one area that the Orioles have been really good. Their caught stealing percentage is the highest in Major League Baseball by a pretty good margin. But Lau sneaks one right there. Well, I'll tell you,
1-2 the count right now.
That's interesting. You know, you got a guy, a right-hander that teams don't run a whole lot on. They haven't been very successful. And then you've got a guy in Brandon Lau that doesn't run a ton and didn't have a very good lead.
A little bit low right there. You know, and a guy who at any moment could hit the ball out of the ballpark on top of that.
Yeah, I mean...
Two outs, 2-2 the count, a man at second. And the count is full.
Yeah, and to your point, you'd say, well, you know what? You get a runner in the scoring position. The guy holding the bat right now is in scoring position.
Yes, he is.
So...
Cruz 23 home runs on the year. And he goes after that fastball down and is out on strikes. So the Rays get on the board. It's 3-1 Baltimore.
Dwayne, a big story. Let's go to the hat. And I'll tell you, Kevin Plawecki of the Boston Red Sox having a day against Ryu, the starter for the Toronto Blue Jays, usually very consistent with his performances. Plawecki, there was one, not done yet. How about this? A gapper deep out into left center field, and right now the Red Sox all over the Blue Jays.
Now the Rays hold a 3-game lead in the East on Boston. The Red Sox have lost 8 out of 10. Santander takes a breaking ball in for a strike to begin the bottom of the 3rd. One ball, 1 strike. Santander lifts it foul, and so it's a 1-2 count. We mentioned that stretch for the Red Sox, and they have been hitting 129 with men in scoring position. And look at the starter ERA.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting off to a terrible start, obviously, but your bullpen's not really helping out a whole lot either. You combine that with not being able to score, 2-8. On the other side, the Blue Jays, they're 8-2 in their last 10. That's why you've seen this division. The Yankees have been playing really good baseball. 8-2 for the Blue Jays, 2-8 for the Red Sox. That's why everything is bunching up.
Yeah, the Yankees have won 5 in a row and 8 out of their last 10. And Tander just got a little piece of that, staying alive on a 2-2 count. Rays opening the day 3 up on Boston, 5.5 in front of New York, 7 up on Toronto. Fastball drilled deep to center. That's going to carry out. 94 up, and Santander hit it out to center field. His 7th home run of the year. And with that, it is a 4-1 game. So Santander on the 2-2 pitch goes out to center field. 2nd home run hit by Baltimore in this game.
Well, just a fastball that they wanted elevated that did not quite get there. And Santander is able to push it out to center field. And what a frustrating start here by Michael Wacha. You know, each inning going in, trying to figure some things out. As you see, the belt has been passed along. Cedric Mullins no longer the champion down in that dugout.
Franco pops it foul. That will wind up out of play for a strike.
I guess that's the one way that the Orioles trying to keep things fun.
Well, you got to think of something,
right?
Because it is difficult. I mean, all the way around. Difficult in the dugout, on the field, you know, in the clubhouse for a team. But the entire organization feels it when a team is having the kind of year the Orioles are. Even though you anticipated it might be a long year, but to be 38-71, it's difficult day after day to endure that.
Yeah, and then you compound that by looking what's around you, your division. And you're like, well, not only are we having a miserable season, but the rest of our division is pretty good and seems to be trending up. So they have got their work cut out for them, and because it is such an everyday type of game, and if you let the bad feelings snowball on you, you go from bad season to worse to miserable.
Lifted down the left side. Meadows will run out of room about 4 rows back. The count remains 2-2. Wacha got out of the first, giving up just that home run to Mullins, despite an error and a walk and a couple men left on. Touch for 2 runs in the second, another run on the Santander homer in the third. This pitch lined right back at Wacha. That pitch, a fastball up and off the plate, but lined right back at Wacha, who caught it.
Well, let's make this our All-State good hands play. There's the pitch off the plate. Franco. And the good thing is that ball does get by Wacha. You see Brandon Lau was poised to be able to make that play, but Wacha takes care of it himself.
Breaking ball down to Stewart. One and one. Upper part of the zone, 1-2. First base, Wacha's going to have to cover and takes the toss for out number 2. Calling all young Rays fans, Reading with the Rays, presented by Suncoast Credit Union. Just for you, this summer, kids who read for 24 hours in total can still earn 2 tickets to a future Rays home game. For details on prizes, free educational resources, and to download your game card, visit raysbaseball.com/reading. Here's Jorge Mateo. He was hit by a pitch to open the second inning, and that led to a 2-run frame. Foul ball back for a strike. Fastball up out of the zone. Phillips shading his eyes and takes care of that. A run on the home run. On to the 4th inning. It's 4-1 Baltimore. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. The Orioles team stores situated on the B&O warehouse right there.
We come through the B&O warehouse, Dwayne, to head into the ballpark.
We do, sometimes underground in the tunnels.
Yeah.
Yep.
A whole little system there, a little labyrinth, if you will.
And I will. Meadows takes a strike. He was called out on strikes his first time. Now 1-1.
Very accommodating with their security when you head in.
Excellent. 2-1 the count. Friendly faces, and you still feel secure.
What a concept.
Foul ball. 2-2. Rays got their run in the 3rd on the triple by Mejia and the base hit by Brandon Lau. That's a shot, well tagged, deep right, and that one is a foul ball. Well, he pulled it just a little bit too much. Trajectory good, power behind that swing great, but just out in front a little bit.
Boy, that little change of speed was just enough.
He sends this one deep to right. This one will be fair and is out of here. Home run. Well, Meadows kept that one fair, his 21st home run of the year. And the Rays pick up another run, trim the deficit to 2. Well, after that practice run on that foul ball that had home run distance, he comes right back and keeps this one fair and up over the scoreboard out there.
Well, Jorge Lopez is trying to do that little front door two-seamer again. And this one, unfortunately, Meadows is not fooled on. He's not locked up on. And it comes right back to the middle of the plate. I'll tell you, Meadows hit that a mile high. And just enough to drop it over that wall in right.
Now Franco fouls it. That's a strike. 0-2. Well, that scoreboard wall out there is 21 feet high. And there was no trouble clearing it by Meadows. Foul ball the other way. Now 1-2 the count to Wander Franco. It's a good perch to watch the game. Out there atop that scoreboard. Fly ball center field. Now Mullins will have to go back, and just in front of the track makes the catch. Franco's out number one.
Well, maybe this Rays lineup starts to put a little doubt into Lopez's head. You know, this game feels like it has been all Orioles all the time, and it's 4-2. 4-2 in the fourth, and we know how quickly this Rays team can score runs, especially against the Orioles.
Joey Wendell looks at a fastball down. 1-0. That launch angle, by the way, for Meadows, 43 degrees. And that's a season high for him.
Yeah, well, it felt like it. I mean, that ball off the bat, I mean, it looked like it was straight up. I mean, just straight up. He got great carry with it, but 43 degrees, that is up there.
Zunino's had a couple. One at 45 and one at 48.
I mean, that, you know, think about a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
That is tough to get a ball hit at that angle to get it that far.
Yep. Yep.
I guess Zunino, if anybody's capable, it's Zunino.
It would be Zunino, yep, as strong as he is. Wendell out. Mancini, the first baseman, unassisted. And the hitter is going to be Manuel Margot. Margot came into the game at 259. Hits it on the ground to third again. Broncos throw to first. The Rays settle for the run on the home run by Austin Meadows. His 21st of the year. That makes it a two-run game, 4-2 Baltimore. Four-two ball game. We go to the bottom of the fourth with the Orioles leading the Rays. When the Rays host the White Sox Saturday, that's August 21st, all fans receive a Tyler Glasnow bobblehead courtesy of Bayfront Health, St. Petersburg, while supplies last. Get your tickets at RaysBaseball.com. There's Meadows out there in left field. Richie Martin will open the bottom of the fourth, and wins, and Mullins against Michael Wacha. Breaking ball is down, 1-0. A ball and a strike. Now Baltimore with 4 runs, they have averaged right at 4 runs a game in the season series, 3.9 runs per game against the Rays. This one off the glove of Wacha, and no chance as Franco tried to pick it up with his bare hand, and Martin is aboard with a base hit.
Boy, I'll tell you, that another frustrating event here for the Rays. You're trying to get off to a good start, trying to hang around, and that ground ball up the middle, right off the glove of Wacha, and the deflection. Couldn't even make a play on that. I'll tell you, so far it's been that kind of an afternoon, but you still get the feeling if you can just hang around, you're going to come back and have a chance to win this game.
Well, a 2-run game right now. Martin at first. Austin Wynns the hitter. It's 8 hits for Baltimore. Runner goes, and the throw down is going to be in time. Martin caught stealing.
And Mejia finally the opportunity to step in and drive a throw to second base. Boy, that jump initially, Martin stood straight up, and that'll cost you a little bit. And here Mejia, did you notice too, even with the runner on base there, Mejia did not have the one knee down.
Yep.
He was in a regular catching stance, and that allowed him then to pop and throw and get it.
And I don't think we've seen a better throw all the way around by Mejia all year.
No.
I think that was the best we've seen.
And usually it's because the knee is down and you're limited. You can't do much. He did not in that instance. See the knee down here with nobody on.
And it's lined toward the corner and left by Wins. And he's on his way to second with a 2-base hit, his second hit of the game.
I'm going to ignore that even happening and go back to the Mejia throw, because you notice that the knee was down there with nobody on base.
Yep.
That'll be something to keep your eye on. You see that changeup too, by the way, just kind of hung right in the middle of the plate. Didn't have good action down in the zone. That's why Wins was able to put a really good swing on it. But that'll be something to keep an eye on going forward, because that's the thought process. You know, if you want to go to the knee into the dirt with nobody on base, okay, fine. It's not going to hurt you. But with someone on, maybe you don't. And maybe Mejia, well, no, he's going right down. Maybe it's just now. Maybe you won't go to that knee down with base runners.
Yeah, you've got a
guys are going to steal
second base.
Yeah.
Likely not going to steal third.
But he was down on a knee earlier in the game with base stealers. So this could be a middle of the game adjustment. He wasn't doing that before. And now not going down. I mean, that's interesting right there. See right there, that's the old catcher look, and that allows for this.
Yeah, nicely done, I'll tell you, coming out of that.
You know, now you start to wonder. He did it on the first pitch. The last two, he's been normal. Now, is he going down to the knee based on what pitch is coming? And if that's the case, if you're paying attention from the Baltimore side of things, now you have an idea what's coming.
And that ball line caught just across the foul line by Ji-Man Choi. A hot shot and a quick reaction by Choi.
Yeah, that's what playing the shift, that's what it allows. We see that an awful lot, but here's a line drive that was going to be a foul ball taken away for a hit. I mean, taken away for an out, I should say. That's going to be a foul ball. And yet it turns into an out because Choi's right there.
So 2 gone. Austin Hayes drove in a run with a base hit. In the second inning, he is 1 for 2.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. A line drive up either line that's going to be foul, that's actually caught for an out.
Up and in right there. It's an interesting concept.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen it. I really haven't. You know, line drive that's going to be pulled up either line. Nobody's typically getting to them, and they go foul, and it's a strike.
Chop foul. Breaking ball, and it's a 1-1 count. This one is down 2-1. Chopper foul now, 2-2. Well, the Orioles have scored in each of the first 3 innings. Wins in scoring position, 2 outs in the 4th. Foul third base side into the screen over the dugout. Up with the fastball. So the count is full. Martin opened with the base hit, the infield hit. He was caught stealing. Wins doubled. Mullins lined to first. And a 3-2 count on Austin Hays. Do it again on 3-2. Time, and we'll reset with a full count. And on second, 2 gone. This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat when Walker delivers the next one to Hays. And a foul ball again. An extended at bat for Hays. Out over the plate. That's lined into center for a base hit. That's going to score Wins. So Hays drives in his second run. It's 5-2 Baltimore.
Boy, and that's another big hit by Hays with 2 outs to drive in a run. He did that back in the 2nd inning and does it here in the 4th. A cutter. Walker's trying to throw it for a strike, and it just a spinner out over the plate, and Hays able to get it out into the outfield. And the Orioles again, Dwayne, you just mentioned it. They're scoring in every inning. And that's why it feels like really like a blowout.
Yep.
And yet still it's not.
It's a 3-run game.
That's nothing at Camden Yards. But you've got to get, like in football parlance, since football is starting up, you got to get a stop at some point. You got to throw up a 0. Had a hard time doing that here this afternoon.
Way upstairs now, 1-1. Orioles have had a difficult time holding leads. They have a 3-run lead right now. Two and two on Mancini. Run in the first, 2 runs in the second, another run in the third, and 1 in the fourth. Mancini pops it up, and that's foul. Foul play. Walker over 80 pitches right now on the afternoon. And that's low. He able to keep that ball out in front of him. He's still at first. On the move and a cut and miss. Mancini out on strikes. The run scores, 3 hits and a man left. It's 5-2 Baltimore. Rays baseball on Bally Sports brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. By the Florida Lottery, who reminds you to always play responsibly. By the aggressive attorneys, Winters and Yonkers, and by your local Honda dealer. We go to the 5th inning. Swing and miss by Brett Phillips. Mejia next, and then Lau. Fastball runs up and away. It's 1-1. Fastball is fouled. Brett Phillips right now hitting .205 overall on the year. Hitting over .260 against right-handed pitching. Fouls this one away. Came in at .262 with all 6 of his home runs against right-handers. On the ground, foul. Lopez here in the 5th inning. He's coming off a 6-inning outing against the Yankees. That was 6 days ago on the 2nd in New York. But he has had a difficult time leading up to that, getting through the 5th. When you look at the outing before that 6-inning stint against the Yankees, 2 innings. It's fouled out of play, and he had a run of 5 outings when he failed to go 5 innings, dating all the way back to the 27th of June. Gone 6 innings twice in his last 11 games.
You know, when you break down his numbers coming into this start, 22 starts, 102 innings. You do the math, that's 4.63 innings a start. That's about 4 2/3. I mean, it fits.
That's a shot into right. Well tagged, but it's going to be caught by Santander. A couple steps in front of the track on the hard head line drive for out number 1. Francisco Mejia will be coming to the plate. AL Central leading White Sox come to Tampa Bay coming up Friday, August 20th to take on the Rays. 3-game series. Cheer the Rays on to October baseball. Get your tickets at RaysBaseball.com.
I love on those reads sometimes how you shift gears, kind of reword some things, skip over some redundant parts. It's impressive.
Let's try to make them fit.
Yeah.
It's a fastball. Appeared to be in the zone, but called down by Jim Reynolds. It's 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Two and two. Well, the triple by Mejia in the 3rd inning led to the first of the 2 runs for the Rays. Austin Meadows led off the 4th with a home run. It's foul. A shot of Brandon Hyde over there, keeping a close eye on Lopez as he works in the 5th inning. Crowds Mejia and he fouls it away. Twice this year, Lopez has had as many as 100 pitches in an outing. One came in 4 2/3 against Toronto when he made 100 pitches, and he threw 106 pitches in 6 innings his last time out against the Yankees. Had a full count on Mejia, one out, nobody on in the 5th. Comes in with the fastball. That's popped up foul. So it's an extended at bat. See this outing there on Monday. Walked 5. Just 1 hit, no hits in the first 5 innings. And again a foul ball. Pena in double figures and pitches seen in this at bat. Francisco Mejia tripled back in the 3rd. And there is ball 4. So Francisco Mejia draws the walk, and boy, did he see a lot of pitches in that at bat.
Boy, and fouling them all off. You know, fastballs in, curveballs down. He really put up a good battle against Lopez, wins it, gets on base. And this is where Lopez really, and it goes back to his lack of innings, really has struggled 3rd time through the lineup. And here we go.
Now Brandon Lau. And Lopez unhappy with that call. Ball one.
Boy, he is getting squeezed here in the 5th. I mean, these aren't borderline pitches. These are just flat out strikes being missed. Right here in. What's wrong with that?
"21 pitches here so far. Now it's 1-1. Brandon Lowe. Big night last night with 5 runs batted in. The grand slam right down the left field line. And then he walked with the bases loaded in the 9th inning. Upstairs, that slam is 2nd of the year. Oh, a 3-1 count now. Fly ball deep into right center. That ball will stay in the yard and caught on the track by Cedric Mullins. Lau made a bid, but just not deep enough. Two outs. Here's Ji-Man Choi. Pitch outside, 1-0. Choi with a walk and a line drive out. Caught by Santander in right. Pitch caught the outside part of the plate. Started wide and broke over. And now at the bottom of the zone, drop that breaker in. 1-2 the count on Ji-Man Choi. It's low, blocked by Wins. Mejia remains at first. Well, the Rays have had base runners in every inning. The Orioles have had runners all over the bases, and they've scored 5. Two hit on the ground to the right side, short right field. Mateo from out there makes the throw to first. The Rays leave a man. Bottom of inning 5 coming, 5-2 Baltimore. Here's what's coming up Tuesday on Rays Live. Pre-game show presented by your local Honda dealers. The young right-hander Luis Patino will be on the hill. We'll hear from him, and Doug Wechter will break down the American League East race. Right now the Rays have a 3-game lead on Boston, 5.5 on the New York Yankees. Blue Jays are 7 back. We head into the bottom of inning 5.
Well, Michael Wacha, I'll tell you, it has been a struggle. 4 innings, 10 hits, 5 earned runs. They've scored in each inning off of him. Team's still only down 3 runs. They're still in this game, and he still continues to be sent out there to try to get that 0 that we've been talking about.
First pitch is a strike to Santander.
And these are the type of outings you find out about a guy's character. You know, you just continue to battle. It's not easy. It's not one big inning that did you in. It's just been a slow drip all the way through, and you still got to continue to try to go out there and get outs.
Santander fouls the breaking ball away, 0-2. Yeah, and given the track record of the Baltimore bullpen, if you can stay close, just keep them in check, give your offense a chance, and that's the way the Rays have played this season series. It's fouled out of play. The Baltimore bullpen against the Rays has an earned run average of 9.07. So Wacha looking for a shutdown inning. Santander, Franco, and Stewart due up. He misses way up there. It's 1-2. That pitch down, and it's lined into right, caught by Margot. So the leadoff man retired for the first time in an inning in this game against Baltimore. Maikel Franco now. A chopper foul. Strike 1. Ground ball, third. Wendell comes up with this and throws a strike to first. So 2 up and 2 down. Play Home Run Blast presented by Coors Light. Pick 3 players you think will homer, and if they go deep, you win cash. Go to the Valley Sports app or homerunblast.com to play. Now DJ Stewart. This is the only spot in the Baltimore lineup not to reach base so far today, as we play 2 outs in the 5th. Stewart hit a fly ball to left in the first, grounded out to first with the pitcher covering in the third. It's fouled back, and it's 1-1. Johnson up in the bullpen for the Rays. Two and one. Three balls and a strike. Foul ball. That takes the count all the way to 3-2. Wacha. 3-2 to Stewart. Trying to close out a 1-2-3 inning. And he misses upstairs. A 2-out walk. Down to first goes Stewart. Now every spot in their lineup has reached base. And Mateo, who was hit by a pitch to lead off the second, bats with a runner at first and 2 outs in the 5th. Fly ball, center field. Phillips is there. Walk and a man left, no runs, and we go to inning 6. 5-2 Baltimore. It's a 5-2 ball game, and Cedric Mullins opened the scoring with a home run on the very first pitch he saw to open the first. Anthony Santander did his 7th home run and a leadoff 3rd inning home run. Rays got into the act. Home run number 21 in the 4th by Austin Meadows. And the Orioles answered with an RBI single from Austin Hayes in the 4th. Baltimore scoring in 4 of the first 5 innings, building a 5-2 lead. And we go to the 6th inning. Nelson Cruz set to lead off for the Rays. Jorge Lopez with 90 pitches on the day. Cruz, Meadows, and Franco. Fastball runs up and in. Too close, 2-0. Fastball missed, 93, and it's 2-1. Sulcer up in the bullpen. And that's a strike called. 2-2. In terms of innings, the deepest into a game Lopez has gone this year, 6 1/3. That was back on the 22nd of June. Ground ball, shortstop. Martin's throw in time to get Nelson Cruz 1 out in the 6th. 4 times this year he has gone as many as 6 innings. This is 23rd start.
And you get the feeling, because of that Baltimore bullpen that has really scuffled on the season, especially against the Rays, that Brandon Hyde wants to squeeze out every last pitch that Lopez has today.
Breaking ball fouled by Austin Meadows.
And this is one of those games where Lopez has, coming off of that start against the Yankees, that he gave up just 1 hit, 1 run in 6 innings, even though he walked 5. Building off of that, having another nice outing, and Brandon's like, give me everything you got. Everything you've got, so I can limit the number of outs that I have to ask out of the bullpen.
One and one. Well, he gets into the 5th or 6th innings. He's had problems. Opponents have hit .420 against him 3rd time through the order. 2-1 the count on Meadows. The Rays working their way through the lineup for the 3rd time. So far 0 for 3 against him. The ball hit sharply but picked up by Mancini with Lopez covering. So 2 ground ball outs in the 6th. And the hitter will be Wander Franco.
Well, that's a victory in and of itself to get Austin Meadows to hit the ball on the ground. This is the lowest ground ball rate in Major League Baseball. But Lopez able to get that ball down. Mancini makes a nice play.
Wander Franco. He taps this one. That'll be scooped by Lopez. And the toss over to Mancini. 3 ground ball outs. 1, 2, 3. 5-2 Baltimore.
Well, Rays baseball on Bally Sports is presented by Baycare. Well, big story. And we're going to head back north. JD Martinez, hanging breaking ball, gets it into left field, gets it deep. Teoscar Hernandez, long throw in for Knott. And Boston adds to their lead. Plawecki, have a day. Kevin Plawecki. Rafael Devers getting there ahead of the tag. Oh, he said he got that left hand in there. Giving the left fist to the dugout. I'll tell you, Kevin Plawecki, would you have had him as your pick to click today for the Boston Red Sox?
Well, if anybody did, dinner's on them.
Yeah, yes, because they got odds.
DJ Johnson will make his 3rd appearance for the Rays, coming in from that bullpen. The Rays have JT and DJ in the bullpen now. And Johnson.
There's one way that you're going to be able to keep them straight. Is that the most impressive beard that you've seen at the big league level?
Oh, there's a bunt on the first pitch. Wendell will make the pickup, and a nice job right there to get Martin.
Anticipation right there by Joey Wendell, because that bunt, the way that Martin put it down, you're thinking, uh-oh, but look at Joey Wendell. Good anticipation, and he gets there quickly. Now he's able to scoop and throw. Get him by plenty.
Now, Austin wins. Upstairs. Wins with a single and a double.
Oh, DJ.
Walker made 97 pitches, gave up 5 runs on 10 hits in 5 innings. 2-0.
Oh, DJ.
2-1. It's popped up. Going to be out of play. 2-2.
Oh, DJ. I didn't have this on my ball here.
The breaking ball hit on the ground to Franco at short. So 2 up and 2 down. So bases empty as we go to the top of the order. Playoff race continues to be a heated one, and the Rays do not want you to miss any of the action. Get your tickets at raysbaseball.com/tickets. 2021 season presented by Bayfront Health, St. Petersburg. Cedric Mullins bats with the bases empty. And there's a strike up in the zone. Home run for Mullins. And he lined into a double play in the second, lined out to first in the fourth. Chops it foul, down 0-2. Fastball fouled away. Way outside. That was slipped away from Johnson. Now 1-2. Oh, this one slips away, and Johnson just hurt himself. That ball missed by plenty, and Johnson immediately went down. And the Rays staff out there quickly to attend to this.
Oh boy.
So DJ Johnson will leave. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that was difficult to watch.
Yeah, that is brutal.
Johnson buckled after delivering that pitch. And so the Rays, who had just made the pitching change, Wacha pitching the first 5, and then Johnson getting essentially two ground ball outs on the bunt attempt by Martin, and then the ground ball to short by Wins. And it gone 2-2 on Cedric Mullins. And the Rays will reach into the bullpen once again here. JT Chargois will have all the time he needs to get ready. It's a 5-2 game, bottom of the 6th. Rays in Baltimore, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th with nobody on. JT Chargois getting as much time as he needs to get loose after the injury to DJ Johnson on the delivery. You see the 3 games in a Rays uniform for Chargois since coming over from Seattle. Experience lifelong excitement with Week for Life scratch-offs from the Florida Lottery. You could win top prizes up to $5,000 a week for life, so keep living and keep winning. The Florida Lottery, it's your ticket. Claim it. Must be 18 or older to play. Play responsibly. Oh, we'll pass along any info we get on the injury to Johnson. Really difficult to tell when he first went down. You're thinking ankle, maybe groin, knee, and then later you thought about some other issues, and to speculate really would be pointless because it was difficult to pinpoint anything, but he appeared to be in some considerable discomfort. Anything we hear, we'll pass along. Chargois now will inherit this count. Mullins at the plate. And the pitch is wide right there. So that runs the count to 3-2 right there. Shot into right. That ball is foul. I'll tell you, Mullins has been on some pitches today, including the first pitch he saw when he hit the fastball out to right field for his 20th home run of the year. He lined into a double play at second and then hit the ball on a line to Choi at first in the fourth. And the 3-2 pitch again. Pitch wide, but he's going for it and fouls it away. Fastball foul right back. A 5-2 game. Rays have been out hit 10-4. And that pitch is down for ball 4. And Mullins will draw the walk. And Austin Hayes will be coming to the plate. Hayes has driven in 2 runs. It's 2 for 3. Pitch is outside. The Orioles have had base runners in every inning. The Rays have had base runners in every inning except the top of the 6th. It's a 5-2 game. Rays have been out hit 10-4. That's 98 in there for a strike. 1-1. A little tapper left side. Wendell's throw will be in time. And Hayes is out. A man left, and we're headed into the 7th. Wendell's going to lead it off. A 5-2 ball game as we go to the 7th inning. Rays watch parties back in action. Join Budweiser and the Rays Street Team. Downtown Pizza in Clearwater Tuesday, the 10th of August, when the Rays take on the Red Sox in Boston. For future dates and locations, visit raysbaseball.com/watch parties. Fun whether you stand, sit, or kneel. On to the 7th.
Speaking of which, he's having a blast right now.
Absolutely.
Been busy.
Very busy. Cole Sulser takes over. He's given up 1 earned run in his last 10 outings. And the first pitch is a strike around the knees. Joey Wendell leads it off, and then Margot and Phillips.
This is the part of the game that the Rays have been able to build a little magic, scoring late. They're going to have to do that today if they want to win this game.
1-1 the count. Lopez worked 6 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs both earned. He walked 2, struck out 5, made 100 pitches today.
He threw the ball well, and we saw that early on. Pretty sharp with all of his stuff.
There's a liner end to right, and it's going to be caught by Santander.
And he's laughing with Cedric Mullins because his route was a little suspect. He was still able to pull it in.
It was kind of a down and out route.
It was.
And then reaching up to make the catch.
And here, the double move. He immediately is going out there. Don't yell at me. I caught the ball.
A little stutter step in, then cut back, down and out. Hauled it in.
I like it. 'Tis the season.
Margot. That's a strike. A couple of ground balls to third for Manuel Margot, and one started a double play back in the 2nd inning. That slider runs away from him. 0-2. Well, we're in the 7th. The Toyota Keys Rays 7th inning or later, where they rank runs and run differential, topping the list. So this has been Rays territory when it comes to parts of the game. It's a ground ball handled by Martin at short. He throws a strike to first. And 2 up and 2 down. Well, this game has had runners. It's almost as if the game has been interrupted by runners who then weren't able to score. But recently for the Rays against this Baltimore staff, that's not been the case. The Rays have seen 7 up and 7 down this 3rd time through the lineup. Brett Phillips. That's a strike. The Orioles bullpen in this series has been suspect, to say the least. 15 runs in 7 innings of work. And the Rays keep that trend going. And they're going to need some offense here. Down 5-2. Now a ball, 2 strikes.
Boy, pulling the string. Couple of good changeups here to get out in front. Phillips. Sulser, one of the higher leverage guys that Brandon Hyde will turn to. He's been throwing the ball well lately. And obviously pitching with a lot of confidence.
High fly ball deep to left, the other way. This one's going to go. Home run off the bat of Brett Phillips. That's number 7 as he connects off Cole Sulser. And the Rays trim the deficit down. They trail by 2 in a 5-3 game. Brett Phillips, 7 home runs on the year, all against right-handed pitching, hitting a little over 260 against right-handers. And he takes the 1-2 pitch out.
Well, there's your 7th inning run. Keep adding on, right back to a 2-run game, a base runner, another blast.
He had tripled and scored in the 3rd. Ground ball right side. And Mateo from short right throws out Mejia. Rays get a run. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union.
Well, it's a 5-3 Baltimore lead. They got it started early. Cedric Mullins leading off the bottom of the first inning. The first pitch that he saw, hitting it out for a solo home run. Austin Meadows with a home run. Brett Phillips we just saw off of a changeup from Cole Sulser. And the Rays have just hung around. You know, it was a struggle for Michael Wacha the first 4 innings, giving up 10 hits and the 5 runs, able to get through the 5th, and now you turn it over to the bullpen. The Rays need their bullpen to throw the ball well. They've been able to come back, get a run off of the Oriole bullpen as we head into the bottom of the 7th inning. And Dwayne, as we do that to try to set up the last part of this game, let's hear a word from Bayfront. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I usually, these guys, a word from Suncoast Credit Union. Sorry.
When you bank at Suncoast Credit Union, you bank where your heart is.
Well, the home run by Brett Phillips has made this a 2-run game, his 7th home run of the year. This one coming in the top of the 7th inning. We go to the bottom of the frame. 30-year-old right-hander JT Chargois back out there on the hill for the Rays. He was charged with a walk in the 6th and got the ground ball out. And here's Trey Mancini. Pitch is low, 1-0. Mancini, Santander, and Franco due up. A little bit low there, 96 down there, taken for ball 2. Looking for a call on that pitch, but it's down. Brings it in, and it's fouled away at 98, 2-1. Chargois, 30-year-old right-hander out of Louisiana, originally drafted by the Twins. Went to Rice University in Houston. Chargois, the Owl. Ground ball up the middle off the fastball, and Mancini has a base hit. Baltimore putting the leadoff man on base. They did that in each of the first 4 innings. Now again in the 7th. Now Santander, who homered to center field in the 3rd, 422 feet away. Chargois cannot get that call down. A little bit low, just below the knees, 1-0. Missing again, too low.
Yeah, you can see what he's trying to do. I mean, Chargois is a sinker slider guy, and so he's trying to get something hard down in the zone, late action, and get Santander to hit it into the ground and try to get that ground ball double play. That's what these guys with that kind of stuff are looking to do in situations like this.
Baltimore with the left-hander Paul Fry busy in their bullpen. That's a ground ball. Out at second, and a little hesitation, but still out at first. In the middle of that, started by Lau. Franco in the middle, but with time to get Santander.
Well, listen, Chargois got exactly what we were just talking about. This is what he wants. This is what he's shooting for with those low pitches. Now, what happened here? The little double, triple clutch, and really no reason. I mean, Choi. Oh, that's why he missed the bag and then had to step on it. Boy, that was actually pretty heads up, realizing that foot not near the bag, but he still had time to go get it and then continue the play. You knew something was up. You saw Choi was on first, so it wasn't that.
Yeah, and he was coming from the opposite angle with that shift on.
Yeah, that's just not natural. You're a shortstop, you're coming across the bag most of the time on a ground ball to the right side instead of retreating back to the bag.
Yeah, you're almost playing as if you're a second baseman taking the throw from the right fielder in short right field to try to start a double play.
All of
How
that sounds
awkward
very
is that?
awkward. Yes.
2-0. So the base is empty with 2 gone. 2-run ball game here in the 7th inning. That's line to left. The 2-0 fastball got up. Franco picks up his second hit. MLB Ballpark app, completing your next visit to Tropicana Field. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and so much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. 2 hits allowed by Chargois in the inning, but the double play ball in the middle helped. Now he faces DJ Stewart. Pitch is outside, 1-0. Stewart with an 0 for 2 and a walk. It's 1-1. We're getting a report on Johnson leaving the game. And it's his right shoulder, discomfort in that right shoulder. Upstairs, 2-1. Walker for 5. Johnson 2/3 of an inning. Chargois got the final out in the 6th. 2 outs here in the 7th with a runner aboard. Now 2-1 to Stewart. And the count evens. Back in Franco. Chargois can sink that fastball up there. Neighborhood of 95, 96. Likes the slider. 2-2. And this one is out over the plate, but popped up. Caught by Wendell. No runs, a couple hits, and a man left. We go to the 8th. Top of the order will lead it off. Coming up on Rays Live, the postgame presented by Advent Health. Rich and Orestes will again anchor the coverage. We'll hear from Rays manager Kevin Cash in his postgame press conference and other interviews from the clubhouse. Well, the Rays down by a couple headed into the 8th inning, and they will face the left-hander Paul Fry. We saw Fry on Friday night. He did not get anybody out, walked a couple, gave up a hit, and threw a wild pitch, was charged with 3 runs. 4-4 on the year. Brandon Lowe due up. Lowe single home run in the third. And a liner base hit off the first pitch. Mullins in to make the pitch up. Brandon Lowe against the lefty is aboard.
Well, listen, Fry has faced 4 Rays in this series. I think they've all reached. He came in the other night at the game 1 of this series. I think he faced 3. Did not go well for him. Right here, a base hit by Lowe. Luplow going to get an opportunity here to pinch hit. And I'll tell you, again, this has felt like a Baltimore Oriole afternoon, and yet you've got the tying run at the plate. The Rays have just found a way to hang around and see if they can close it out here late.
Well, Jordan Luplow will now pinch hit. He joined the club, went right into the leadoff spot, and doubled on the first pitch he saw in a Rays uniform the other night on Friday. Also singled and walked and scored a couple runs. Now he faces Fry. 1 on, nobody out. Fastball is away. 1 ball, no strikes. Choi was 0 for 2 with a walk. Lifted against the lefty in favor of Luplow. Two 2-0. The Rays will try to pull this one out late. Fastball up and by him, 2-1. Rays have been out hit today, 12-6, and they trail 5-3. And that one just missed wide. A 3-1 count. Have been good late in games, especially lately. And there's ball 4. First 2 men are on. Lowe, who singled, will be pushed up to second on the walk drawn by the pinch hitter Luplow. And there will be 2 men on with nobody out, with Nelson Cruz coming to the plate. And just like that, a conference with Chris Holt, the pitching coach, headed to the mound, and further action in the bullpen. Nelson Cruz with a home run in the 6th inning Friday night, and a home run in the 5th inning in Game 2 yesterday.
And why not make it a clean sweep, because those were meaningful home runs. I mean, a go-ahead home run in yesterday's game, the tie home run when the Rays were down 5-2 in Game 1 of this series, and now you've got an opportunity right here. A couple runners aboard. Paul Fry has really struggled against the Rays in this series. Nelson Cruz has his way with left-handed pitchers.
So here's Cruz, 0 for 3 today, facing the left-hander. Pitch is outside, 1-0. Cruz hitting .336 on the year against left-handed pitching. Fry finds the corner for a strike. 1-1. And now the potential lead run is at the plate in the 8th. That one started wide, and a late break. It caught the edge. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2. The end of the dirt, blocked. 2-2.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Wins, because if that ball gets away from him, now all of a sudden 2nd and 3rd with nobody out, and he was able to keep it there in front. That's what we're talking about with his splits and what he has done against left-handed pitching.
Two. Fastball is set up away, and Fry missed plenty wide.
What has he been able to get the strikes with? The backdoor slider. And right there, that fastball would then, in mind of Paul Fry, set up the backdoor slider. Let's see if that's what he goes back to.
3-2, and he misses down with it.
He tried to backdoor it. That's exactly what he was trying to do. Choked it off and ends up walking Nelson Cruz, and it goes from bad to worse. Now bases loaded, nobody out.
And it will be Austin Meadows.
Well, 4th inning. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. This is that 43-degree launch angle by Austin Meadows on the fastball. Caught a little bit too much plate, and he got it out of here.
So he bats against the lefty with the bases loaded. And he fouls that fastball. Strike 1. Meadows 20 home runs, 19 of those coming off right-handed pitching. And now he's down 0-2. Meadows 0 for 4 with a walk last night. 1 for 3 with the home run today. Down 0-2 on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Single and 2 walks to load him. Fouls it. Out of play. Meadows holding the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rays have trailed throughout the afternoon. Have them loaded with nobody out in the 8th, trailing by 2. Fastball fouled away. Still a ball, 2 strike count. Guide, short center. Martin out from shortstop there to make the catch. And that is out number 1. So Fry got the left-handed bat of Austin Meadows on the pop, handled by the shortstop.
That's a big out for Paul Fry. That slider down, and Meadows a little bit too far underneath it, but now you get Franco to the plate. Done a lot of good work from the right side. he'll get an opportunity here.
Well, Wander Franco 0 for 3 for the day. Hitting .308 as a right-handed hitter. The pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes. 3 of his 4 home runs off lefties. Franco connecting from the left side in last night's game. Whistler, the right-hander, Sheriff, the left-hander, in the Rays bullpen. That caught the outside corner. Tate joined now by Knight. And that's a strike on the corner.
That has been a big pitch here in this inning for Paul Fry, and it looks like he's starting to find the range on it. He's a little bit sharper than even the strikes that he got against Nelson Cruz. Start that pitch off the plate, take it right to the edge. There's not a whole lot a right-handed hitter can do with it.
Fouled on the fastball. 1-2. Rays all year have been good late in games. Now it's 2-2. And Franco fitting right in, 8th inning or later, 9 of 27. Rays have scored more runs from the 7th inning on than anybody else in the major leagues. In the 8th now, with the bases loaded and 1 out, 2-2 the count on Wander Franco. That is wide, and the count goes to 3-2. Fry opening the 8th. Has loaded the bases, now 1 out. Got ahead of Franco, and now it's a full count. And he walks him. Stayed away. That's going to make it a 5-4 ball game. Franco draws the bases loaded walk, picking up his 18th run batted in. Well, a single and 3 walks. It's 5-4.
Oh boy, this has been the formula, and you're going to be so disappointed if the Rays cannot pull this off. Brandon Hyde coming to the mound. The Baltimore bullpen imploding once again. Not complete yet, but imploding, and the Rays coming alive late.
Well, call to the bullpen brought to you by the Florida Lottery. Started this inning, gave up a single to Lau, walked Luplow, walked Cruz, he got Meadows, and then walked Franco to make it a 1-run game. And with Yandy Diaz set to hit for Joey Wendell, Dylan Tate will come into this game. He homered in the game in the 2nd inning last night.
Well, he got a hanging breaking ball and was able to turn, drive it deep out into left center field. You know, Yandy Diaz is going to give you a good at-bat. He's got a good idea of the strike zone, doesn't chase a ton, and he comes up here in a situation where Dylan Tate is going to be forced to throw strikes.
Tate, the 4th pitcher of the day, and his first one into Diaz. He swings and hits it back into center field. Mullins there to make the catch. Tagged by Luplow. He's going to score, and the Rays have tied this game at 5. Luplow scores on the sacrifice fly, and the Rays, with 2 runs home in the inning, have pulled even. The run charged to Fry.
Paul Fry is so frustrated. You know, it's one thing to go out there, have a rough outing, and you know, you're giving up hits. You didn't even give yourself a chance. You didn't give your defense a chance. All those walks, Rays have been able to cash it in.
And well, Margot. This pitch is a strike. Tate gave up a couple runs on 3 hits in a third of an inning Friday. The pitch a little bit low right there, says Jim Reynolds. It's 1-1. Down and away. 2-1. Margot had a big hit in the 5-run 8th for the Rays on Friday when they won 10-6. The 2-1. Ball 3 is low. 3 balls and a strike. Brett Phillips is on deck. Runners at first and second. 2 outs, a 3-1 count. And Margot takes that one. Just got a little bit of the zone away. And it is 3-2. So with 2 outs, the runners will be breaking. Cruz at second and Franco at first. On the 3-2 pitch about to be made. Runners go, pitch made, and a ground ball to third, foul. We'll do it again. Inning started with the leadoff base hit by Brandon Lau. Luplow and Cruz walked with 1 out. Franco walked. That got the Rays a run. Then the fly ball by Diaz got the tying run home. And that pitch is down. So the bases are once again loaded. And now it will be Brett Phillips who homered in the 7th. Phillips will face Tate.
Boy, this has got to drive Brandon Hyde right up the wall. I mean, you're going to, you know, your guys here at the end of the game, and it's not that the Rays are knocking you around the yard. You're just walking one after the other.
Pitch is up and away, ball 1. Phillips got behind in the count in the 7th and then hit it out to the opposite field.
Well, Cole Sulser was so good with the changeup early in that at bat and then hung one. And the one that he left up and out over, Brett Phillips obliged and hit it out to left center. Uh-oh.
And he swings and hits one high and deep to right. Is it going to be fair? That's a foul ball.
Oh.
He had plenty of distance, but foul. Now 1-1. And he misses 96 that time. 1-2.
Just overpowered right there. Good velocity, good movement.
Tate's pitch. It's skied to left field. Going back is Austin Hayes all the way to the track. Opposite field. Opposite field grand slam for Brett Phillips. And the Rays do it again in the 8th inning. Phillips' 7th home run. And this one clears the bases. It's now 9-5. The Rays have exploded in the 8th.
Are you for real? Are you for real? I mean, talk about making the adjustment. Just got overpowered the heater. They try to go up there again, and Brett Phillips not letting this ball get by him. Very similar spot where he hit the changeup out off a Sulcer. And the Rays, who have just hung around all afternoon. It's not been a pretty game. Now it's turned into a very ugly game here for the Baltimore Orioles. Wow.
A 2-home run game for Phillips. This one a grand slam. His 2nd grand slam of the year. He hit one against the Yankees, you'll recall. Brandon Lau hit the grand slam yesterday. Brett Phillips hits the grand slam today.
And Dwayne, it's not been confirmed, but I'm hearing that quite possibly the Baltimore Orioles could be relegated to AAA East after this ball game.
It's an unbelievable inning for the Rays and a comeback here.
I mean, this was a game that has felt that Baltimore has been in control all afternoon, and now look at the score.
He called out on strikes to end it, but the Rays send 9 men to the plate. The grand slam by Phillips, the key hit, but the Rays have grabbed a 9-5 lead. A 6-run top half of the 8th inning for the Rays, and they have taken a 9-5 lead. The grand slam by Brett Phillips, the big blow of the inning, a bases loaded walk by Franco, and then a sacrifice fly by the pinch hitter Diaz, and the Rays got the grand slam by Phillips. The Chevy play of the game capped the top of the 8th.
Well, with two strikes, fastball up and away, and Phillips goes the other way again. Another home run, same general area, this time off the heater, and this time to give the Rays a 4-run lead. And Dwayne, what is that bullpen ERA for the Orioles against the Rays now? They've given up 7 in the last 2 innings.
Now the first pitch, Whistler, the new pitcher for the Rays, and he finds the corner. Matt Whistler making his 22nd appearance with a 2.13 ERA. That's upstairs, 1-1. Or the Baltimore bullpen with an earned run average of over 9 in the season series against the Rays. Yandy Diaz, 2 pinch hits in the game at third. Choi lifted. Luplow is in at first. Two and two, the count on Mateo, leading off the bottom of the 8th. Fouls it back. That's out of play.
Hey, keep the ball in the field.
So Waka for 5, Johnson 2/3, an inning and a third for Chagua. Now Whistler. Hopper into shallow center, right center as it turns out. Phillips was there, so was Margot, and Manuel Margot made the catch on that ball. 3 defenders converging on it for the first out in the bottom of the 8th. Better to have too many defenders than not enough.
As long as they're talking to each other.
That's right. Here's Richie Martin. He takes a strike. How about 7 grand slams for the Rays now? Brandon Lau has 2. Brett Phillips has 2. Mejia, Wendell, and Arozarena, the rest of them.
You know, and it gives you kind of a little bit of a glimpse, too, on why this Rays lineup has been so effective. You know, you talk about home runs with runners on base. The Rays have the highest percent of home runs with runners on base than any team in Major League Baseball. And those grand slams obviously speak to that. They find a way to get the big hits when they hurt the most.
A 1-2 count. From the Baltimore perspective, it has been stunning.
I mean, think about the trouble that they gave Michael Wacha. You know, scoring in the first 4 innings, base runners all over the place. Could have had bigger innings, but, you know, Wacha was able to get out of it and limit damage. Still, you know, seemingly in control. But again, the Rays they just kind of hung around. 5-2, 5-3.
Martin out on strikes. Whistler retires the first 2 men to face him.
That's one of those games that if you're an Oriole fan, you're like, the Rays needed to be buried early in this game. And when you don't do that, you give them a chance.
And this has become a familiar script for the Rays, scoring late against this Baltimore bullpen.
Well, as you pointed out, when Lopez came out of the game, the Oriole bullpen ERA against the Rays was 9.07, and they've given up 7 and 2. So yep. I'd love to see where that number is. It up over 10?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some math here.
Yeah, I mean it is ugly.
2 strikes to count to Austin Wynns. One and 2. Two up, 2 down against Whistler. Did he go? He apparently did not. And the count is now 2 and 2. You've done the math?
I have done the math, Dwayne. It is currently stands at 10.09. 10.09.
Wow.
Yeah. A full run.
Lifted into short right center. This time it will be Phillips in front of Margot making the catch. 1, 2, 3. We go to the 9th. 9-5 Rays. Well, it's a 9-5 ball game. The Rays putting up a 6th spot in the 8th inning. The grand slam by Brett Phillips, the big blow. He's hit 2 home runs in this game in consecutive innings.
He's the guy. He's the guy driving the bus here for the Rays late in the game. The 7th inning off Sulser with 2 strikes, by the way, off a changeup, and then 2 strikes here off of Tate, the fastball. That one counts for 4. I mean, you just can't imagine the jubilation down in that dugout. The way that this afternoon has kind of gone along, and then late they have exploded on that Oriole bullpen. And and in the driver's seat now.
So it's 9-5. Dustin Knight will take over on the mound. He pitched an inning and a third in the game last night and gave up a couple runs.
Saw lots of changeups, lots of curveballs from Knight, occasional fastball.
Brandon Lau, the first man, top of the order, and the pitch is outside. Well, the Rays scored 6 runs in the 8th inning on 2 hits. 1-1. There was a leadoff single by Lau in the 8th. Then the grand slam by Phillips, the 2 hits. And the bullpen 10.09 for Baltimore against the Rays this year. Rays came in 10-1 against Baltimore. So 12 games in. Three and one. Ball 4. Well, you look at the walks accumulating. Fry walked 4. Tate walked 2. Now Knight gives up a walk. And boy, it's tough to take for that guy right there. I'll tell you, if you're Brandon Hyde and Chris Holt, you are numb.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to even imagine yourself in their shoes. Especially in a game like today, because the walks, you can't defend them, you can't help, you can't make a play. You mentioned the inning, 6 runs, 2 hits, a leadoff walk here in the 9th. It's infuriating to those guys.
Now Luplow 1-0 to him. There's a strike. Duplan up in the bullpen. And the breaking ball comes in high. It's 2-1. Well, you look at games in which the bullpen's given up 3 or more runs. Diamondbacks 46, the Orioles 45. And a check there by Luplow, and the count goes to 3-1. Jordan Luplow walked and scored in the 6-run 8th inning. Now a strike takes the count full. And a ground ball short, picked by Martin, out at second and safe at first. Luplow reaches on the fielder's choice. A 1-on, 1-out now.
Well, let's go to New York. The big story, the Mariners, the New York Yankees, a low scoring series, and it is 0-0 in the 8th no longer. Kyle Seager, I should say, getting that ball down outside of the reach of Aaron Judge up into the stands. That's Lucas Litke that gave it up. That game not over yet, but a 1-0 Mariners lead.
Nelson Cruz goes after the first pitch. Skies it foul, out of play. Well, the Rays have now scored 570 runs this year. Pitch is up. They've given up 448. And they've scored 310 of those runs on the road. And they're topping the list. They have one more than Houston at 309. 1-2 the count to Nelson Cruz. 1 on, 1 out in the 9th inning. Justin Knight, the 5th pitcher of the game. It's too low, 2-2. Foul right back off Wins. Knight gave up a couple runs in an inning and a third last night. In his major league debut Wednesday. Breaking ball low. 3-2. It's fouled by Cruz, the other way, out of play. Fouled back again. Well, this is game number 6 for the Rays at Camden Yards this year. So far, they've hit 19 home runs and scored 63 runs in Baltimore. And 3-2 again to Cruz. And he's out on strikes. And Cruz out number 2 in the inning with Luplow at first.
Finally got a fastball by him just above the belt. Foul tipped into the glove of Wins.
And here is Austin Meadows. There's a strike. Meadows homered in the 4th inning. His 21st home run of the year. That's a liner. Fair back toward the corner. Going to roll all the way to the wall. Luplow on his way to third. It's a double for Meadows. Second and third with 2 outs. 25th double for Meadows this year.
Well, not calling off the dogs quite yet. Meadows gets into that pitch. Location missed. Gets it out to the wall, and the Rays threaten once again here with 2 outs. Meadows extra base hit machine.
Now Wander Franco gets a chance to bat. Franco drew a bases loaded walk in the 8th, picking up a run batted in. Breaking ball drops in for a strike. Front there, and it's 0-2. Lau has a run batted in. Meadows a run batted in on the home run. Franco bases loaded walk for a run batted in. Diaz got one home on a fly ball. Phillips with a solo homer and a grand slam, driving in 5. Now 2 strikes the count to Franco. 2 men on, 2 men out in the 9th. Franco fouls it the other way. Ball down to first. Mancini makes the play unassisted. Rays lead 2. We go to the bottom of the 9th in a 9-5 game. Rays hold a 9-5 lead in Baltimore. We're headed into the bottom of the 9th inning. In the middle of the 8th in New York and the Bronx, with the Mariners leading the Yankees 2-0. Red Sox through 7 in Toronto lead the Blue Jays 8-6. And Ryan Sheriff is the 5th pitcher of this game for the Rays. He'll be facing the top of the Baltimore lineup here in the bottom of the 9th.
Well, 3 outs away from victory, 3 outs away from a sweep. Ryan Sheriff on for the 12th time. Rays with a 4-run lead here.
Well, Mullins homered his first time up. Took the first pitch he saw out. 1 for 3 with that home run and a walk. And that pitch from Sheriff hits Mullins. So he's coming in and came in too far, hit him.
92, and you could see Mullins maybe starting to square around there, looking to lay something down, get a base runner, and he gets hit right in the chest.
Austin Hayes. Hayes drove in a run in the 2nd, drove in a run in the 4th. He's up and away with that one. Sheriff worked on Wednesday at Tropicana Field in the game against Seattle. Picked up his first save of the year. Now a strike, it's 1-1. Fleming got the win in that game. And Sheriff worked the 9th, the 1-2-3 9th, and the 4-3 victory. In here with a 9-5 lead, hitting the first man. He's 1-1 with Austin Hayes. 1-2. Big cut by Hayes. Walker started. He pitched 5, gave up 5 runs, 10 hits. DJ Johnson 2/3. Chagua, the pitcher of record, an inning and a third. Whistler got in for an inning. Now Sheriff. Ground ball right side. That'll be picked up by Luplow, and he gets the tag. It's out number 1 with Mullins moving up to second.
Well, big story time. Let's head back to New York. And right here, Cal Raleigh with a base hit into left field. There's 1 run going to score. Here's the play at the plate. Seager comes around to score. Initially, he would go back and look at that on video and say, nope, you're out. But the Mariners still get that run ahead of him, and they lead it 2-0, bottom of the 8th.
Well, here is Trey Mancini. Pitch is in there for a strike. Mancini singled in the 7th, officially 1 for 4. A couple strikeouts on the day. 1-1. Well, tomorrow's a day off for the Rays. They'll be headed to Boston. Luis Patino is going to open that series for the Rays. Missed the fastball. It's 1-2. 2 night games and a late afternoon start in that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday series at Fenway Park. Line foul, well out of play. And here's the matchup. VA on Tuesday.
And listen, you already kind of propped it up there. Luis Patino getting the call for the Rays. Eduardo Rodriguez been kind of an enigma for the Red Sox. As you can see, the record 8-6, but the ERA 5.33. A lot of strikeouts.
Pitch is down, blocked. 2-2. The Rays headed to Boston. Go 3-2 here on Mancini. Sheriff did have the jump on him, but not now. And a cut and a miss. That slider biting down and in. Mancini out on strikes. So 2 gone after the hit batter in the bottom of the 9th inning.
You're trying to follow this pitch all the way in and he at least foul it off. And look how far behind him it ends up. That sweeping action takes it down and around that back leg of Trey Mancini, and the Rays now 1 out away
Well, here's Santander. One of his hits, a home run, a leadoff homer in the 3rd inning. Fastball is wide. Sheriff not in a save situation. He comes in a 4-run ball game with the Rays up 9-5. Trying to nail down the last out of this game. Fly ball, right center field, well tagged. Phillips on the run. That's going to be in there for extra bases. Mullins scores. Santander has himself a double, and it's now 9-6. Second run batted into the game for Santander on his 3rd hit.
I think he's going to be lifted too for a pinch runner as he got that ball by Phillips. Maybe not. Oh, they ran out something to him. Kyle Snyder's going to run out and have a word here with Ryan Sheriff, as you did see Andrew Kittredge down there warming in the pen just in case.
This will give him maybe a little extra time out there as well.
I'm not going to take any chances.
So the hit batter has been converted into a run on the 2-out double by Santander. 9-6 the score. Maikel Franco is due up. Franco 2 for 4 today. The pitch is in. Here's Jim Reynolds, 1-0. Two-0 pitch. Oh, that's a strike. Says Reynolds, 1-1. Sheriff will take that. Nine-6 ball game now. And the fastball, a little extra on that one, and Sheriff looking in for a second look there. Thought maybe he had the zone. 2-1 the count.
I think he was figuring if that breaking ball was in the zone. You see Mejia going back to try to corral that and keep it on the corner.
And a ground ball to short. Franco with the throw to first, and the Rays sweep it, and they win this one 9-6. They score 6 runs in the 8th inning, highlighted on a grand slam by Brett Phillips. And the Rays now 3.5 games ahead of Boston in the American League East. They'll be headed to Boston. Day off tomorrow, and Tuesday night opening a 3-game series there. Chargois will get the win. He's 2-0, 1-0 with the Rays. Fry the loss. Rays win at 9-6. For Brian Anderson and the rest of our crew, Dwayne Stats. Hope you've enjoyed the telecast. Rays Live, the postgame comes your way next. We'll see you Tuesday night.